Good morning, good-looking people, and you're good-looking because you're always looking, and of course, you're finding the good in everything and in everybody. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a really nice weekend. So today is the 13th of Kislev. A shliach, which is a messenger of the Rebbe, once came to the Rebbe and asked him a question. And he said, what is the fundamental message that I should communicate to Jews? What's the one message that I should give over? And the Rebbe answered him as follows, that teach them that they have a soul that's an actual part of God, that everybody has a soul, and this soul is actually a piece of God. We study Chassidus, and the idea of Chassidus is to refine our character traits. And the message of today is that God is unlimited. Inside of us is a piece of God. So if it's connected to God and God is unlimited, that piece inside of us is unlimited. But the question is, how do we activate that? How do we get in touch with our soul? And that's really what Chassidus is about. That the more we study Chassidus and all the different volumes and books, that's for a different conversation. But the idea of just studying Chassidus is all about learning how to express this part of our soul. And we do that through doing Torah and mitzvahs, by learning Torah, by doing the commandments, by doing good deeds. This is what brings this part of our soul out. This is what brings to the surface. And this is what Chassidus is all about. Today's Hayom Yom is really about knowing that whatever's on the outside is one thing, but what we have inside of us is godly. It's a piece of God. And when we refine it and we work with it, that's what comes to the surface, and that's what everybody will see, and that's what our connection will be with God. And let's read the Hayom Yom inside, and then we'll go to the message. So for the 13th of Kislev, my father, the Rebbe Rashab, once said, Chassidus transforms one's existence and reveals one's own essence. Actually, the word that he uses here is that mahus, which is the essence. If you actually take the word mahus, it means mahu, what is in him, what he is, that inner part of him. That's what is godly. That's the essence of a person. Not the color of our hair, not the color of our eyes, but what's really inside of us. That's the essence. The inner nature of a Jew can be neither appreciated nor fathomed, for it is part of God's essence. And when one grasps part of the essence, it is as if one has grasped in its entirety. Just as God's essence has no limits, so too this part has no limits. And it gives an example. It is like tzitzis, which must be made of the same material as the corner of the garment to which it is attached. That the essence within us is a piece of God, therefore it's part of God. Just like when you have tzitzis, the corners of the tzitzis is made out of the same material of the tzitzis itself. It's the same thing. It is only that God's essence created the soul as a created being, and Chassidus reveals its inner nature. So the message of the day is, how do we reveal this inner dimension of our soul? How do we refine our character traits? By revealing the essence of God inside of us. And the way we do that is by studying Chassidus, and then of course using Chassidus to transform ourselves into better people, into doing better things, into worshiping God in more refined ways. And that's through davening, that's through doing good deeds, that's through studying Torah, and having effect on the people around us. Go discover your inner essence. We all are a part of God. Let's bring it to the surface. Have a wonderful week. We'll talk more tomorrow.